Checking. All right, we checking. We checking. We checking. We checking. We checking. We checking. I'm checking. Making sure we good. Anybody out there? Mic check 1 2. Anybody out there live watching? Let me know if we live here. I can't even tell sometimes. It looks like we good to go. So, welcome to the most electrifying channel in all entertainment. It's your boy PK. And tonight, we got Jab Turkeys in the house. And we got a special guest in the house. But we just going to freestyle. But there are some hot topics we going to talk about. We got some really, really crazy topics. And then we got some really this is Black History Month, so we're gonna talk about some Black history here. So happy Black History, everyone! And let me tell you, yes, PK is running the show. He should run it every night. And guess what? Shout out to Mr. Timmons and the graphic god out there in the audience. Always support. Yes. What's going on? Look, Jaden's out there. Everybody's here, so we gonna get busy. So I'm gonna introduce the special guest first because ladies go first, and then we'll get to the jive turkeys. So I'm gonna go ahead, Miss Pinks up. I don't know if that's what you go by specifically, but could you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you like to do?
Hello, one and all. My name is Shimika Sandra Sykes, aka DJ Pinky Tuscadero. I am a music journalist for Urban Magazine. I am also a co-host of Tougher Toys. Shout out to
To
Nerd.
Danae,
Yes,
yes.
shout out to Danae. I am a Fashion Week veteran. I am also a DJ down with the YMVS DJs Coalition. And I am a all-purpose girl. Nice to meet you.
Yo, thanks for coming through. And it's crazy we had special guests when half everybody show up. Hey, and then one of the panel members, he comes in like the boogeyman.
Right.
He is one of the jive turkeys, but he's the home jive turkey. So, um, so before I get to the our celebrity, Paul, I'm gonna go ahead and just do the jive turkeys. So we got jive turkey number one. This is Lamar Rump, who is special in his own way.
Wow.
No.
Tell him a little about you and what you've been playing.
Oh, what I've been playing. Okay, name is LaMarcus. Rump. I play pretty much everything, especially for soul.
Okay.
28 finna be 29. I'm getting old. I got gray hair now.
You got
Oh,
green.
don't even go there. Holy crap.
You're embarrassing the man who was here before the Bible was written, so don't do that. Okay.
I had to spell check the 10 Commandments, man.
Yo, Rump said he got grandkids. It was just crazy to me. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, when you're dating a female with kids, grandkids,
Yeah, see how that works out. Anyways,
Great.
Moving on, we got he calls himself the god of funnies. I don't know what that is and what universe that is, but he says he is, so we gonna let him be one of the jive turkeys day. What's up, funny? What's going on? First time coming on. I know this is a good experience. We just gonna freestyle anyway. So go ahead, funny. Tell him a little bit about you.
Yes, I am God Funny, the away degenerate jive turkey, I guess. Currently, I am playing a few games. Guilty Gear, been chopping it up on Blaze Blue. Can't wait for the Monster Hunter. Who decided that you can only play it at 10 o'clock? Email me. Let's talk about it. Clearly, we have some stuff to talk about. But yeah, that's about it. Look.
Yeah, I didn't even know it's coming out today. That's surprising.
Yeah, yes.
Beta. I should say beta. I'm sorry.
Beta.
Shout out to Monster Hunter. Wilds it is a live beta on all platforms this weekend, I believe, right? So you did not know, definitely download that. Rump Graphic God said you're a handsome man and you're beating me in competition. Shout out to Graphic God. He says you're a handsome young man.
Where he at?
He's in the
He's in
chat.
chat. He's in chat.
He's
On
in the
YouTube.
chat. So if you are on YouTube, Rump, like we discussed, you
Yeah.
would see the chat. Okay.
Oh,
So, anyways, after the jab turkeys, we're gonna move to our special panel. Hey, look at that, Paul, man. You looking good today. You got your hair slicked back.
Yeah.
You must have
combed
met
it.
a woman. What's that about? What
Nah,
the
all
heck?
of a sudden I saw we were doing a show. I thought, well, I may as well comb it, So
Jeez, you looking good. That's what's up, man. So, hey, the celebrity Paul, and I won't say all the stuff that
I know because you're leaving out the one word gonna make me mad.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm just trying to be nice. So definitely, Paul, go ahead and tell them all about you because you got a lot to say. Just don't
well,
kill
we
us
ain't doing the
with
sign off yet. But let's see what.
no, just
So-
tell them about what you've been busy with.
Well, mostly I've been busy. I just did a wrap on the main story for the new Sniper Elite that just dropped on Game Pass the other day. So I'm quick when I do that kind of stuff. So
The new
And I-
Sniper Elite, is that
Sniper
3?
Elite, Sniper Elite Resistance.
Resistance? Okay, I didn't know.
They just dropped the other day. So I would say it's okay. I mean, the story's good. There's some graphical glitch issues that are to be expected with Sniper Elite, almost. But you can still get the X-ray shot when you hit somebody in the nuts, and they show you the bullet going through the sack. So it makes it worth it.
Yeah, so I can't imagine why you enjoy watching that scene.
Now I want
Okay.
you to see
got
on my thing because his head is cut off. We just see his shirt and your head, and so it looked like we got PK's head and his shirt. So it looks like one person.
Whoa, pause. How am I in your game that you're shooting
Not
at
the
somebody?
game, not the game in the stream.
Oh,
Or,
I was about to say,
in
what?
Rumble Studio.
Yo, this is crazy. It's
No,
like
Rumble-
that's violence
Rumble
you calling
Studio.
out
Yeah.
there.
There we
Okay,
go. Now
okay.
we can see him. Now, because before we were looking at his shirt. So
Okay. You talking about he just want to show off his t-shirt. He's a
yeah,
kid.
he was showing off that T-shirt.
yeah. Could you
Yeah.
buy Doman this man?
Even better, it would have been a branded T-shirt.
Yo.
For sale. Buy it here.
It's all good. So, the forum tonight is, first of all, we got a couple of topics we're gonna hit on, but honestly, we're just gonna freestyle for the most part. So, and it's Black History Month, so we're gonna talk about some Black history. But let's get some of this nonsense out there. And I didn't share it to you, Paul, but I just got shared this, and I thought it was funny. But apparently, there is a competition here. And actually, you know what?
No,
I
not
should-
competition.
Okay. So I'm gonna let the special guest go ahead
Collaboration.
and
Right.
start this conversation because I think it's hilarious, to be honest. And let's get this started. Go ahead, let's get it.
Right. Yeah, go. No, please go ahead. I'll come in later.
wait,
No.
Oh, I think he's talking about you. So
No, you're the special guest. Those are jab turkeys. We already named those.
Wow.
So I was talking to PK, I believe, yesterday about the Grammys. If anybody ever did see that, and
Right. Before we get into that, I'm talking about the one that you and Funny mentioned and sent to me just recently about the
the Popeyes
Yes.
and the Don Julio.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
Greatest collaborations of all time.
Yes.
Paul would like this too. Paul's. If you ain't seen it, Paul,
And
I haven't seen it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
yeah, I'll send it to you.
go see it. It's hilarious.
And the thing is, it was being sold in certain stores in certain cities. It wasn't being sold everywhere. So because I'm based in New York, it was sold
I got you, Paul.
somewhere in Midtown Manhattan, but I found out about it too late. That was the messed up part.
So tell everyone what is it that we're exactly the whole shenanigans around it. So
it was basically they were selling Don Julio Rasposado flavored chicken wings. It's like chicken wings.
Mm.
And
Have you tried it?
huh?
Have you tried it?
No, because I found out about it too late. And they was only selling it for a limited time. I'm so peeved about it.
Oh, you get the link.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Clearly, the ancestors are smiling down at us right now.
Yes. Oh, it says here, I'm going to read it now. Popeyes, the official wing of watching football, and Tequila Don Julio, the official tequila of the big game, are serving up a one-of-a-kind culinary mashup leading to this year's big game with the release of the exclusive Popeyes Tequila Don Julio Championship lineup menu, available for only a limited time while supplies last in 6 select restaurants for customers 21 and over. The menu blends the rich heritage of Popeye's Louisiana-style cooking with the bold flavors of Tequila Don Julio Reposado, a tribute to craftsmanship, culture, and iconic celebrations.
All right, cool. So
Oh,
just before, because my mouth started watering as
Yeah.
I was talking, so I was like, first of all, how did you find this? Because I didn't even know nothing about it. And why ain't they? This is
It's
Super Bowl weekend.
You know
It's
what's so
all-
crazy?
it's
I
all-
yes.
found out about it on Instagram.
apparently it was only in 6 stores or whatever. Yeah.
What is the deal?
All I'm gonna say is that, like, I'm sure there's like some black CEO exec or just sitting in his chair, lean back, like, well.
Yeah.
Didn't take much.
I just want to know, how did they get that pass? Because don't you got to have a license that signed with something with alcohol on
No,
it?
you don't have to have license no more to do that stuff. You can just do it freely.
Rump, we're not going to do this.
Now,
Yeah, it's not based off a true story.
what I
Yeah.
do know is that they do have like a collector's box. It comes in a black Popeyes box with it says Popeyes and Don Julio. It comes in a black box.
Is that a collector box?
Yeah, a collector box. It comes with a
Wow.
t-shirt and a bottle of Don Julio.
That's why it's 21 and over because of the bottle. Because when you cook with Don Julio, it cooks all the liquor out usually. But
Yeah,
whatever.
and it comes with also a bottle of strawberry hibiscus lemonade to go with
Yep.
it.
Oh, so he gave you you gonna get the red drink with your chicken?
Yeah, and yeah, that's right. Got to get that red drink on. Yeah,
Wait
even
a
I
minute.
know that. Yeah,
Wait a minute.
and it comes in a Don Julio shot glass at that.
It gets better. It just keeps getting better.
What? You get a T-shirt too? What's
Yeah, you get a t-shirt too. If you buy the box, you get a t-shirt, you get the bottle, and you get the strawberry hibiscus
Oh,
lemonade.
and looking at the website, if you're near New Orleans, they still have it till next weekend.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yo, you know what? They need not to be teasing people with that. They need to be making that like the real deal. You want to make some money, Popeyes? That's what you need to do. Install that as a normal thing. Everybody pull up. I want my regular.
Yeah.
Have you ever been carded? Think about that, being carded at a chicken restaurant.
Right. Did we learn nothing from the chicken sandwich wars?
Not only that, think this through. You're going to the drive-thru, you're picking up your liquor, and you're driving off with your boo. What the? Really?
But you're doing one stop.
Yeah, that's true.
You do
Capitalism at its finest. Right. Capitalism at its finest.
They would need to make a Popeyes as big as Walmart at that point.
Listen.
First off, who drinking liquor with Popeyes like them biscuits anyway? Like you're literally trying to kill yourself.
Hey, listen.
What's wrong with the biscuit?
They fired the only man buttering them. So
Yeah.
Hey, Rupp,
You have
you'll
to have
eat that
strong
too, won't you?
immune system. That's all.
You'll eat that too.
One biscuit, no water, you're a goner.
And
Right.
I gotta say, for me, like Don Julio with spicy chicken, that's not wouldn't be my choice of drink. I just
You never know, Paul. You just gotta try sometime.
Oh no,
You
Pete,
never know.
dude, that liquor would make you burn. The hot sauce burns
Hey,
so
listen.
bad. It would,
You only live once. I mean, your tongue can
and
only have so
that'll
much
be the end of
feeling.
it. And that could be the end of it right there. Yeah.
I mean,
You
maybe
know-
there's somebody with an ulcer, probably, but
Yeah.
I think you'd be good, man. I think you'd be all right, man. Because
I put the link for the ad in the YouTube chat for anybody who wants to see what we're talking about.
Yeah, the link
Appreciate
shit is
that, Paul.
cool.
I mean, to be honest, I think that's fire. I don't know how everybody else think,
Oh, I
but
would have tried it if they would have had it here in Jacksonville. I would have been all over that.
I think that's fire, and I think that's a good promo. But
Yeah.
in my mind, it needs to stay.
Yeah.
I
Not
mean,
because. Go
at
ahead.
least
Go ahead.
until the Super Bowl, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Because in most locations it ended like last week.
Yeah, I
That's
know
way
Miami
too short.
sold out. New York is sold out in 2
Yep.
stores.
Listen,
Philly is
clearly
sold
this
out
was
in
a test
2
run.
stores, sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a test run. Be like,
Oh.
all right, are we gonna get too much pushback, or like
Yeah.
just enough where we can like
Yeah. I forget there's one of the other fast food joints that does offer hard liquor with some of their meals. I forget who started that. But yeah, there's some of them are starting to do that because they want the customers.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't even
know
know
when I
that.
was in Miami, I went to Taco Bell. They had they serve liquor.
Yeah.
Really?
what? In my
Wow.
Vincent,
what about
book my
you, Rump?
next trip to Miami.
Rump, first of all, Rump, do you like Popeyes?
No, chickens be eating that. It's too dry for me.
Too dry.
Yeah,
What?
it's not like
Mm.
church's chicken. So it's not like,
Oh, so you like your chicken
yeah.
like just slopping wet with grease? Got it? Cause like
no,
that.
no,
that-
skin
He
crunchy.
likes his chicken where the
Well,
brown
no.
bag has.
Let me tell you the trick for that is don't eat the white meat crap. You want the non-dry stuff. You eat the legs, the wings, and the thighs. That's the way that goes.
Dude, I have never got chicken from churches without that box spot falling apart by the time I get in my car.
Oh, you went to the wrong church's chicken then.
Where is the right one?
Well, he
Please
said
instruct
church.
me.
Wait. He said churches. That's Popeyes and churches are two different things, man.
Oh yeah, churches. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Churches, like their chicken is greasy.
It sounds like you went to the wrong Popeyes.
Mm.
You know,
Nah, me and look.
I don't know. I'm not saying Popeyes is my favorite, but
Now,
I
if you
can't.
want, you want really
You don't even
greasy
have
KFC. KFC is all about the grease. Okay, what you doing?
I can't do the KFC unless I have to. And
Oh,
it
the
has to
mashed
be a
potatoes
nigga
and the
who has
gravy
to.
at KFC, man. Good stuff right there.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with KFC.
I don't have any relationship with him.
Look,
It's a I have to be
Who
doing
would have
that.
thunk I'd be on a podcast talking chicken? Okay, I'm just.
Hey, listen,
yeah,
I think this is hilarious, to be honest. And
right.
I also think they would make a lot of money if they, come back around and make it a real deal.
Yeah, like you said,
Yeah.
this could be a test run. They could decide, okay,
Yeah.
we're going to do this.
Yeah,
more.
like a yearly thing or whatnot. It doesn't have to be all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm down for that too, but make it everywhere. Don't be-
No. Matter of
I
fact,
think McDonald's
go to
need to
Europe.
look at this. McDonald's need to look at this and go, let's start the Don Julio when the McRib come out. Look at that McRib Don Julio thing, because that'll be a bitch
McDonald's
right
will
there.
water it down, though. I don't trust them. Them jive turkeys will give you nothing. They charge you- they'll mess it up, and then
Yeah.
you'll be like, you ain't even get no buzz or nothing.
No liquor out of that.
Mm-mm.
But listen, I like that. That was just hilarious, and I do want to do the Black History Month because there was some, and I know you might not, you may or may not know, Paul, but some legendary things happened this month, along with legendary things happening on this Sunday coming. So, I would let our special guest go ahead and start that convo. I know she's itching. She is a music journalist, so this is her thing. So I'm gonna let her go ahead and get cooking. Go ahead. Let's
First
get
and foremost, congrats to Kendrick Lamar for winning 5 Grammys for a diss record. Never in the history of rap music has a diss record been nominated for
a
a
rap
Grammy.
song. Rap song ever.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And he
went 5 for 5.
he accepted the awards in a Canadian tuxedo. I have longed to
Graphic
possess
guy, don't get mad.
the petty powers that Kendrick has.
What's up, yo? Yes. Go ahead, cook. Go ahead.
I need that because, I've been following the whole beef since it started. And
Seemed like a lifetime ago, don't it?
listen, It felt like a lifetime ago, and it was highly entertaining. Was it the best rap beef in the world? No, I've seen better. But all in all, this one was very entertaining because there was a whole bunch of back and forth. Kendrick did say to Drake, listen, if we're going to beef, we're going to keep it between us. We're not going to do anything personal. No, we're not going to involve any family, this, that, and the other. But in grand old Drake fashion,
Well, he did it already anyway.
you went ahead and talk about this man's baby mother or wife or whoever she may be. You spoke about his kids. You don't talk about the
Big
kids.
no. Big no.
So he dropped Meet the Grams, went in on Drake's whole family, and then the song of the year. And ever since then, people were going absolutely crazy. And I am all for it. I'm all for it. Drake is now licking his wounds in Australia. I think he's coming out with an album too with Party Next Door.
Yeah, next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep thinking he's waiting to come back as Jimmy in a wheelchair and bring back Degrassi.
You know, my thing is, Drake is not a battle rapper. No. I don't know why. What would possess him to go up against Kendrick?
Ego.
Because that's one of them, but part of the other part is he had UMG behind him, putting his music everywhere. I mean, there's no reason his rap music should show up in gospel category, but it did. That's part of the other thing. He thought he was untouchable. So
yeah.
So how do you feel about how the Grammys, how all that went out? Because there was more than just him winning. I think it was very, very, whoever produced the show was very intentional about who the cameras went to, what hook was playing when he went up, and things like that.
Everybody was singing that. I'm like, oh man, if I was Drake, I would be somewhere with a 40, crying my eyes out.
Oh, he called like 5 of his exes, like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Oh yeah,
I need somebody.
That. Drake included content creators in the lawsuit too. Like, why you want to sue Kai Cenat for? What did he ever do to you? What do you do? Listen, Drake is acting like a big baby right now.
But at the same time, he texts him and say, "Stay on stream."
So he's playing the PR game, is what that is. He's playing the PR.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the whole thing is a PR game. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think the lawsuit's going to be thrown out anyways, because.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. First of all, you're suing the wrong person. You can't sue your record label for allowing something to get played when you started it. And for years, you've been dissing people on the same record label and they promoted your records.
Yep.
So you benefited from this and you started it, right? Said, this is a friendly fade. We can keep it that way. But you didn't keep it that way. You continued to push.
And then my thing is, this is like, you went ahead and you called Tigger, when you had beef with him, you called Tigger a predator. But when somebody calls you that, you take offense to it. Why are you so defensive, Drake? Why?
Actually, you know what? I think everybody got this wrong. He actually takes offense for being called a father, because Pusha T revealed he had a son. That got shut down, and then Kendrick revealed he got a daughter, and then all of a sudden, hey, how you gonna prove it? Apparently, there's some proof out there. He just not trying to, make that scene. So, point I'm making is, it seemed like every time he get revealed to have kids, then he gets offended. That's what it seemed like to me. I don't know, but anyways, what do you think about that moment though, with the crowd and how to, when it's time to accept
I loved it. I am all for the mess. I am all for it. It was perfect. And then the Super Bowl coming up, that's just going to be the nail in the coffin.
Oh yeah, that's.
You think he's gonna play that song? Like,
of course.
He has to, right?
He has to. Hold up. In the past, he was a puppy dog for Rihanna, and then this started talking about in a song said her box was average. Yeah, he was in his feelings. He was in his feelings. I
You
don't
know,
even think he feels that way.
he's that dude that just does not represent light skinned people very well. And I hate that because we got a bad rap as it is. And then he goes out there and make us look even more soft. I don't know what that means. But he
Well,
got to
what,
be
what I've never understood about this is me coming in from the outside. I just never understood about Drake is he likes to come off like he grew up hard. Like, dude, you grew up in Ontario acting on a TV show. You go visit your daddy for 2 months out of the year, and then you go back to Ontario. What do you mean you grew up hard? You didn't have a hard life. You
No,
know?
no.
well,
You have
he's an
family.
actor. He's acting.
No,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, like he has family members who was involved in this band called the Graham Central Station. So
Right.
it's not like he was like some dude that just came out of nowhere and started
No.
acting. You know?
Yeah. And his music starting to get a push on Degrassi, as a matter of fact, is where his music started to get a push. Because
Yeah.
toward the end of his run there, they let him start doing some of his songs and stuff. You know.
And don't get me wrong, like I like some of Drake's songs. I do. I like, but Kendrick's my boy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The man got a Pulitzer.
I mean, it's kind of hard to beat. So that's kind of what I want to say, and you know, funny you jump into. I mean, this is kind of freestyle, so it's not an actual forum, just so you guys can comment. But a lot of people been hating as if Kendrick only is successful because he dissed Drake. Like this man broke records prior to this. I mean,
Yes.
he literally
Long before that.
Long before that.
before he came, before that 1 week of all the battle happened, because it was like a week long. We didn't know what was going to happen. He was on tour with the most. It broke records as the highest grossing tour for a single artist, like nobody else, just him, of all time, over 100 million. No one's done that. Second, Pulitzer Prize. You alluded to that. Who else won that? Tell me.
What rapper have ever won a Pulitzer Prize?
I've never heard of nothing like that. Not to mention, I think 4 out of 5 of his albums been inducted in the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So how can we talk about the wins? Oh, and if we want to talk about the Grammy wins. So if we were to talk about it, I think he has 20.
Yeah, he has 20.
22. And he was nominated 37 times. And Drake has not even close to that number.
He has like what, 5?
Yeah. And he put out way more content. So when we talk about wins, this dude is consistent. He might not put as much music out, and that's kind of the argument is, you know, he doesn't put out music like Drake did. Like it's almost like so much it was oversaturated. I don't know how Funny feel about any of that, but
and coming from like a music journalist point of view, I feel that, you know, like substance, like people crave substance. You not saying that, you know, like Drake doesn't put out any like good stuff, but it's mostly like it's bops. Most of his stuff is bops. I never seen Drake come out with any classics, and that's what to me hip hop is all about.
Well, part of that problem is he kind of took other people's songs. Like we're not going to pretend. I'm just fun fact. Hot Like Bling was not his song. That was actually somebody else's song. And it was so crazy because Apple Music thought Drake's song was the remix of the original song. And he paid to get the original song removed. So it's just his.
I swear. Legendary Yobi. Funny that you said that. Because now you know what Drake is becoming now, right? He is becoming the 40-year-old rapper. He is almost 40. Because he always talking about, oh, like you're an old head, like you're nearly 40. Like just like what he did with Pusha T, like, oh, like you 40, you this, and that.
Didn't he do that with Common too? Didn't he talk?
He does that with nearly everybody. He did that with Joe Budden too. He did that on Joe Budden.
he's about to be
Okay,
40.
okay. Joe Budden,
He's
that's
about to be
kind
40. He's
of
hitting
deserved.
40.
Well, he's about to be 40. He's due to start a new role on the Law and Order franchise, because isn't that when they'll roll into Law and Order?
I mean, but
Yeah,
that's a good graduating session, Paul.
yeah, because now Drake is becoming that 40-year-old rapper that he always disses people on. And I when that day comes, I want to know how that medicine tastes, because they're going to be
Trust
saying
me,
the same
hey,
thing about
I'm actually there. I look at some stuff and go, damn, they old. Oh shit, I'm older. Now wait a minute.
So I want to ask, and I'll ask Paul and Funny, but I just want to bring up that the broken records are not ending, right?
Mhm.
And Not Like Us is not just a song that's popular here. I have been overseas multiple times. They're playing it all over the freaking world, and places don't even speak English, and they're playing it like it's crazy. Um, and I would say I wanted to ask. So the Super Bowl is coming up. This is a big deal because he is um soloing. I mean, he's bringing on guests, but he was picked to solo this, which I think it was the first time any rap artist has soloed
Mhm.
the Super Bowl, if I'm correct.
Yeah, because when they did it a couple of years ago, there were a bunch of them that were highlighted.
Yeah, it was never just
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was he. This is his second time being on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was on 3 years ago, but this is first time soloing, and this is like, um, I know a lot of people think his wave is over, but I don't think so. I think this is
It's
a
just
victory lap, but it's I mean, let's be real. We're not gonna act like he didn't just drop a album with no promotion, by the way. He didn't promote anything. We didn't even know what's happening. It was a random Friday afternoon. He drops a whole album.
you're on Instagram, and
And
lo and
he's
behold,
he's
You're
number
right.
one for 3 weeks. So we'll be back to the Grammys next year for that. But anyways, what I wanted to ask is, do you think this not football, this Super Bowl
halftime
moment, yeah, Funny, and I'm just directing this Funny and Paul, do you think this moment here is not just big for him, but big historically for the culture? Because I look at it as a big movement, because it's kind of it is very intentional. He was chosen to be given this
Yeah.
opportunity on his own.
You want to go first, Funny, or shall I?
Sure. Like, for us, this moment, I mean, yeah, of course, this is gonna be a turn point for him and Drake, unfortunately, because like this is probably just gonna be the nail in his coffin.
Mhm.
Like, could he come back? Possibly. Like, the chance of it, not very likely. Like, that to get this opportunity, like for Kendrick, like got is has to be like one of the most massive in his, what I'm saying, career so far at such a height in his career. Like everyone knows Kendrick Lamar's name, even if you don't listen to rap. If you don't like you said, like outside the country, people who don't even speak English know Kendrick, who knows who Kendrick Lamar is right now. Like this is just gonna be the culmination of like everything he's done for like this year's past. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't see like him topping this. Like personally, I can't wait to go to like one of his concerts
You're
soon. Like
topping it. You just
yeah.
mentioned it right now, bro.
Hmm?
Right, what you're saying that you want to go to, that
Yeah.
is a top, because I don't know if you know the difference, because Paul, we can speak to this.
Yeah.
There is a difference between having arena an arena to do a concert where it's like 17,000, but he's doing a stadium tour, which is 70,000.
Yeah.
True.
And there has
Yeah.
never been anybody that I know of, maybe one other hip hop artist, but they didn't do a solo, that did a stadium tour.
Mm.
That means you're talking big numbers here,
Oh yeah.
right? Even in wrestling, stadium is insane, right? That's usually like WrestleMania time. Everything else is usually arenas, but
Yeah.
this is different. You're talking about selling out a state. That means you got to have not only the wherewithal in you to think you could do that, But that right there has to be history, right? Because who hasn't done a stadium tour? The person who thinks he's on top has never done a stadium tour. And what's a bigger slap in his face? Kendrick's doing it twice in Toronto.
Yeah. Oh, ouch.
Oh, can we talk about how the
Yeah.
the radio stations in Toronto will refuse to give out those tickets like for free? They will, like, look, he has a hold in Toronto. Like, that is his home.
He don't
You know
he
what I'm
don't
saying?
have enough. He don't have it
Yeah.
bigger than UMG because
No.
what is it? The Blue Jays, they're definitely promoting this because
Yeah.
that's their stadium. They definitely promoted this.
Drake can't stop the stations from giving out the tickets. He had no control of that. That's
No,
strictly between the promoter and the stations. My mom used to work in
And
radio, so I know how that works.
UMG
So,
is
yeah.
is a license to they're licensed his music to you know promote his stuff for him. So, and it's only a 1-year deal. It's not like he
Yeah.
works for them or anything. He just, they definitely got ties. That's all I know.
Right.
You're not bigger than the program.
Yeah.
but something that Kendrick said that I like, because he said that he's doing this for the culture, and I believe that's something that has been been kept away for a long time, because I'm all about the culture. And
I
what
know
Kendrick is doing is
passionate.
trying to preserve the culture. The culture does need to come back. Me being a DJ, I hear music consistently, and it's not often where I hear music, like, generally I hear music that's really good. Like, usually, because what?
I-
It's mostly
it-
trap, drill.
I mean, everything has its place, right? So,
Yes.
the thing about the culture, a lot of people think is about rap, but rap is not the culture. Rap is just part of anybody could be a dope MC, but the culture is what moved the people forward, is what spoke from our pain or our celebration and things like that. The stories that are told that brings us along, things that remind us of us, things like that. Um, even Paul remembers. You know what I'm saying? No, but
Well,
I'm being honest.
let me see and that's something that, especially among this crowd, I can't speak to that culture side really, even though I do enjoy some rap music, especially the story driven stuff, because I like
Mhm.
story driven songs. But I
Mm.
am mostly a country music person. Why? Because they tell stories. You know,
Right. So that's what we want to
That
get
segues to
back
the
to.
thing.
Right? We want to get back to stuff that we can relate to
right.
that got us through these hard moments. And that's kind of part of, and not everything got to be same. Just like
Yeah.
trap and any kind of other flavor of hip hop has its place, right? It's always been there. But
Yep.
what Tupac say, if everything went that way,
Yeah.
then we'll lose our identity. And that seemed like that's what was happening. It's almost like he
Yeah.
prophesized it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think that's the thing. I think everybody kind of feel that, like, even in country, right? You don't want it to be so mainstream that you forget what made you love
Which a lot of us are. That's what we're feeling right now. Is
right.
what we're feeling is that sounds like pop. I don't want to hear pop. I want
And
to
it
hear
seems like
George.
everything is pop, right?
I want to hear George Strait. I don't want to hear it.
I mean,
I may sound old because I am, but that's true. Like one of the songs says, put a little twang in it. Let me hear a good country story. Don't let me hear what I can hear coming out of everybody else's mouth. Speaking of which, who won the country album of the year?
Yep.
Beyonce.
Yes.
She finally got her album of the year, finally.
Yep.
And she had to do it in the country.
I would like to hear Paul's intake on that whole situation.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay with that because, like, a long time ago, I believe it was I want to say Stevie Wonder, one of those guys,
Mhm.
did a country album, and it didn't do that great. But he's where I get the whole when they said, "Well, why are you doing country? Why do you like country?" Because it's stories, and I like. He said that originally because they tell stories that I can relate to. Because he grew up in the country type of thing, in a poor house and out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere, So
And I dig
and
that.
yeah, and so he did a country album back then. I have to say I haven't listened to Beyonce stuff yet, but I want to because country's country. I don't care who's singing it. If it's a good country album, I want to listen to it.
I mean,
I'm yeah.
and
Go ahead.
shout out to Yobi. I was just going to comment. Yobi's following up. Country is culture as well. All
Yep.
forms of art has a form of culture in it, and the thing is, it feels like music, and not just music, but we're just talking about music, was kind of losing its identity. I mean, think about it. R&B, who sings anymore,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you only got a couple, and
I
then
admit, especially with the rappers and stuff, every once in a while, especially back, in the 90s and the early, I'd hear a rapper actually singing and doing harmonies, and I go, holy crap, they can really sing. And that was nothing against them, but because of the style they were doing, and mostly, I wouldn't hear that. But as soon, oh, wow, because I'm a big harmony guy. You could basically, if you get 4 people to read the phone book to me in harmony, I'm going to listen to that shit. Okay. I'm just one of,
I got you. So
Yeah.
you know who been quiet is this Rump guy right here with
yeah, I
this
know.
Boy,
he ain't said
Just kind
nothing.
of standing in there looking in the
I think
camera,
he
looking all
mad
pretty.
I
because
mean,
Drake is his hero, and we've been bashing him. I don't know if his
well,
feelings are
I
saying
mean, I'm here. Y'all talking about the music and CeeLo Green and all of that.
There you
CeeLo
go.
Green, Jesus.
Yeah, he said Stephen
Pink,
Wonder, right?
Pinks, don't just don't let
Look,
him
you'll
have
get
it.
lost. You're
Just let
down
him
that
have it.
rabbit hole.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to tell you, don't do it. Don't open
He,
that
will- he, will-
door.
he will gaslight you and say it's
Yes.
based off true story. Don't do
No,
it.
CeeLo Green ain't that good. Sorry, I'm
Hey, but just let him have it. Just don't just agree and let's smile and keep it moving.
Smile and nod, yeah.
CeeLo Green's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's
All
just
right,
based
what
on
you said what?
Oh, listen, T-Pain. Yobi, listen to me. I have went to this concert, Budweiser Made in America. T-Pain was the headliner. He is absolutely amazing without the auto tune. His voice is amazing. I love T-Pain. I don't care what
Yeah, I
anybody.
think. Yeah, I think a
I
lot of
enjoy it.
people forget he can actually sing. Like,
Yeah.
I actually enjoy T-Pain's mostly all his records and his body of music. So I think he's a good talented dude. Plus he's pretty smart. He does a lot of other things too. He's just a fun dude. I just enjoy
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And don't forget he played a video game. Ad
You
game.
right.
Yeah, he is a gamer.
You
Yeah.
right. That's exactly what you right, Rump. What games he play, Rump?
He played pretty much everything. Is he good at it? Yeah. But he okay though.
I don't know. I see him do like decent in Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty and Fortnite, that's basic. The 5-year-olds can do
No,
that.
he plays some I know that I don't know what he's playing right now.
Marvel Rivals.
I think so. I think that's what
I wouldn't
it
be
is.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's a
I
big
could
game right
definitely
now.
s-
It's a
could
big
definitely
shooting
see
game.
him. Definitely see him as like a Winter Soldier man.
No Winter Soldier, no copycat. Winter
Yes,
Soldier.
yes. Everybody's got me. Everybody got me.
Well, happy Black History Month, everyone, and I appreciate this convo. It was a good convo. I like it. We will see another history broken on Sunday. And like I said, this man's doing a stadium tour, so that's a big deal.
Oh, wait, I never did get a chance to answer your question
Yes.
about the Sunday.
Yes.
It is a big deal in the sense that because they already kind of broke this mold when they had like Snoop Dogg and those guys on a few years ago. When they did that kind of brought rap into the Super Bowl, and so. But I think this is going to introduce a lot of people they're hearing about the beef with this Kendrick Lamar guy and this Drake guy. They have no idea who he is. So this will actually open him up to a wider audience who wouldn't normally catch him. That's
Well, this
if they
is
don't.
second time doing this.
It is, but like you said, but he's soloing, so this is going to be more
Yeah,
about his stuff
I
and
should
not
say
about everybody
headlining.
else's stuff. Headlining, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's going to be, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. And the real question is not like us going to be played. Anybody raise their hand to think if that will be played or not? And in the chat, please say if you think he will play that. And if he is, will he sing the entire thing or will he allow the audience?
Dude,
I heard that it was going to be bleeped
I want
out.
him to play it like 3 times, like just on repeat.
So just so anyone knows, he did do another legendary thing last year on Juneteenth. He had a live show on Amazon where he brought all the gangs in
Together.
California in the West Coast together on the same stage, united, which is legendary, right? That's something that we ain't never seen. He united everyone, regardless of their differences, and he played that 5 times.
666.
Well, it was instrumental last, but it's gosh, he beat it up. So I don't know. Anybody think that's going to be played?
Absolutely. When I saw that whole concert, or the Juneteenth concert, that made my heart grow 3 times big, because that was something that Nipsey Hussle wanted to do. That was his dream. He wanted to bring the gangs together. That was his ultimate goal.
West Coast is growing strong. They
Yeah.
won the World Series. I mean, they just
I feel that 24 and 25 is going to be their year.
I bet
for
you
the
New
West
York
Coast.
mad about that too. They're
Yeah.
like, dang it, we let them jive turkeys go. Paul, you think they're gonna play the song?
I don't know that they'll do the whole thing, because usually for these things they tend to do medleys, but they'll do a big
I
chunk of
mean,
it.
I don't think they'll have the cursing, but
Well, you know what? There's a time I would have said there's absolutely no way, but the last couple of years at the Super Bowl, I don't know. I mean, they may bleep it out, but it may be available on some feeds. So if you're in the stadium, you may hear the cursing, but if you're watching it on TV, maybe not. Because remember, we get that 7-second delay, so they have time to go. Nope, nope, nope.
Rump,
But
you
yeah,
think they
I
gonna?
do think they're gonna use it.
Okay, 2-up. You think they're gonna play the Not Like Us in Super Bowl halftime?
Don't, yeah, probably.
Probably. Do you
Uh,
like that song, bro?
I mean, I did till they played it out. You know how I get.
They
He's
don't get.
flipping to the Puppy Bowl. He's flipping to the Puppy Bowl during that halftime show.
It's
They
all right.
play music at the Super Bowl. They be in there. That I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Funny. You think they're gonna play Not Like Us?
Again, my money's on like at least like 3 times. Like they should just like start the song, play like a couple seconds, and then restart it again, just to make it hit home. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
I mean,
my
he
name
got a full
Kendrick.
body
Yeah,
of work. Yeah, next is
yeah,
fire.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he got a full body.
Yeah, no, but like, he got to be on his super evil villain, origin story right now. Make sure Drake never comes back and sees the light of day.
He Kung Fu Kenny mode.
We gotta stop
Yeah.
acting like this is about Drake anymore.
What you mean? He is literally the boogeyman, and Batman had a child. Like, what are you talking about? Like Drake waking up in the middle of the night with sweat coming down his breath, like checking under his bed to make sure like Kendrick is under there writing rhymes.
So that's funny. Now it's time for you to turn on your camera.
So how about this? We had talked about this, beat it up. I enjoyed it though. We did. Funny mentioned something I was interested in, and that is Monster Hunter Wild's beta this weekend. I don't know if anybody's interested in playing that. I definitely was not going to at first, but now I have changed my mind, and I went ahead and pre-ordered the game. This game will be launched simultaneously, cross-play across all platforms on day one, which has never happened. And judging by the specs of the PC specs, it will have support direct storage, and it will support DirectX 12, which means it will have RDNA 2 at least written through the entire game, and it will take full advantage of the Xbox specs and PC specs, etc. So, anybody on the panel that is looking forward to playing that game or even the beta this weekend?
Okay, let me take over this.
Oh yeah, good.
Thank you. Because you didn't mention it comes out on February the 28th, Monster Hunter Wild. The beta drops tonight at 10, so get onto it. Okay, Funny, you take it over.
That was it. That's all you had to say. Was
so we at 4GQ TV is not advertising for it, but we do. we
acknowledge it exists. Yes, we acknowledge it exists.
As we yell out a lot, not a sponsor.
Yes, not a sponsor. We didn't get paid for that. Just so you know, that was free from Lamar Rump. But go ahead.
Uh, I can't stress how excited I am for this game to come out. Like, finally, Monster Hunter is like in the spotlight, like, because World kind of just like broke the mold, like the dam that was holding its popularity back, because a lot of people got exposed to Monster Hunter through like World and Rise, which came later. But like Wilds, I haven't even tried. I've been trying not to spoil myself with any like little tidbits or infos on Monster Hunter. I want to go in completely blind because like Monster Hunter has always just been like a one of a kind experience. Like to me, like the quote Snoop Dogg, like they don't miss in the heat of battle. They don't miss. You know what I'm saying? Like for as like game design, the game loop mechanics and everything, like they just knock it out all the time. So I fully expect this game to be like on my Xbox for like the next 6 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like probably the only thing I'm gonna be playing besides maybe a few other games here and there with PK and Rump here. And you know what I'm saying, Paul, hey, if you're hopping on the Xbox, you know what I'm saying, let me know.
I have not been a Monster Hunter fan. Because I never had people to play with, and you can't do those games solo. It's just no.
Oh, I mean, you can, but look, if you need a Sherpa, I can be that. All right.
Okay, so yeah, I will probably check out my because I do have other friends too that. But the other thing I was going to mention is I've seen a lot on people looking at the PC specs, going, "How in the hell are they going to make this run on a console?" Because they're looking at those specs, going,
No,
"That console's going to push." Yeah.
The PC specs actually are pretty low. I mean, you can run it on a 1660. Let's be real. All right.
Yeah. I've some of them are saying it's going to push parts of it. Though we'll see what happens. I'm like I said, I'm not worried
The
about
consoles will be fine. All right.
I like I said, I just I don't because I'm not interested in doing. I haven't been following it that closely. I just know what's been hitting my feed, and I don't know how much of what's been hitting my feed is BS because we know how that goes too.
Yeah. Shovelware. What's up, Deadpool? I would say, Paul, I think the consoles are gonna look beautiful on it because it's gonna support the entire architecture of RDNA 2, which takes advantage of the entire Xbox feature set. So that is what I think is gonna look damn good on those consoles, but damn good in general. And also supporting crossplay from Jump is a big deal.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
That's what keep communities alive is crossplay. I swear I feel like crossplay should just be a standard and not an option.
Sony.
The problem is you're always gonna have console people going, not fair. They got mouse and keyboard, or they cheat, or
Yeah,
it's Monster Hunter. How you can't do nothing.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know how people are, man. They're gonna find something to bitch about.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you, but you ain't getting no advantage with mouse keyboard and no Monster Hunter. There ain't no advantage there. And it's a co-op game, so we're not gonna
we don't count co-op. We count multiplayer.
Yeah. I know. If somebody's using a mod in your co-op group and they're making it easier for you, hey, let them go. It's like
are you thinking about hopping into, I think it's an open beta. Open beta, Paul?
Open beta.
Yeah, come on, Paul. Yeah, hop on there. It's only 16 gigabytes. 10 o'clock.
Yeah. I'll check it out. Yeah.
It come out tonight, I think, right? 10 o'clock?
Yeah, 10 o'clock night. 10 o'clock Eastern.
Eastern.
Yep. We all I'm East Coast too, so yeah, that's
I think I'm West Coast.
Well, where do you live? I mean, you think you're West Coast?
No, you're not. You're Eastern, Rob.
Wow.
Wherever I can't, is he Eastern? I thought he was Central. Anyways, you're definitely not West Coast.
I stay right by Funny, Alabama, Eastern Georgia. So what that is?
Right.
Alabama, that's East Coast.
Rump, I think you need to use a map and then use your phone. It usually tell you, and it'll tell you. It'll give you a cheat code. It'll tell you right away what the time zone is. Anyways, I think since it's open beta, I would encourage everybody to give it a shot. So they can stress test and etc.
Actually, I was going to say that's what I like about this. They're open beta. They're stress testing this crap. That's exactly what they're doing. They're doing the right thing.
Oh yeah, like hundreds of thousands of people are going to descend on those servers.
But what happens? What that tells me afterwards is when they launch later this month, if it comes up at launch, when we're like they weren't paying attention. You know,
I mean, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
it does, and you can expect it, but they should be better prepared for it than some games have in the past. You know.
I mean, I mean,
You can't argue with me there because you know what I'm talking about.
I ain't even. I'm just saying.
Wait, which game?
We're talking about a Japanese company doing an online game. That's not their forte, and we just hopeful that it's functional at the end of the day. But we do want it more improved. So, Street Fighter 6 had a pretty good netcode and online lobby servers. So I think they might got a good niche there.
Monster Hunter is Capcom, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the service should be okay, as long as it ain't bad guy.
You work there, Rump, or you got a friend who worked there?
No, I just know they service usually good. You don't have no issue. Bad guy
No.
Netco, no.
What?
Bandai. I speak fluent rump.
I just wanted him to repeat it because I thought it was funny. But go ahead. Ping,
I
what
want
do
to
you
do more shows with Rump. This is hilarious. I like this guy. Yeah, this is great.
Was you thinking about trying out Monster Hunter? Be honest.
Me?
Yes.
Well, I am not.
Look at it. That's how you start rubbing.
Join us.
But Monster. I did look at the trailer for Monster Hunter, and it does look very interesting to check out. Yeah, so I will be checking it out.
They have talking cats. That's just dropping that little breadcrumb.
Hey, you can name it Rump. You can name it Rump.
And you have a pet pig. You can make it pork chop. You know what I'm saying, or like leftovers.
That's what I named my pet pig that I sold to market. I'm not kidding. When I was in high school, man.
Trust me, you will like it. Your weapon can be like the katana. That's my weapon.
And I'm very sad to hear about the Bandai server because I was aiming to get Little Nightmares 3.
When is this Little Nightmares 3 coming to Xbox?
I just forgot about that because, hey, I remember they leaked that a long time ago too.
No, I seen that in
games. I went to Comic-Con. I saw the booth there for Little Nightmares 3. It should be coming out in, I don't know if they said March or May, but I know it's definitely.
I don't think it's March. I think March is crowded. I'd be surprised if it's March.
Little Nightmares is pretty good. I think it's
and it's co-op. They're making it co-op.
Yeah.
I was making it co-op.
Finally.
That's gonna be fire. Getting chased by weird people with a partner. Because that's who you get chased by, weird people.
PK gets chased by weird people all the time, and that's just where he lives. That's it.
Starting with Rump.
By weird people all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a definite release date now. I think they kind of pushed it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I didn't see a release date online for it just yet either.
Yeah, I think it's up in the air because of the internal situation. Because the reason why I even knew is because they got hacked and they released their entire. It's like last year when they got hacked and they released their entire release dates for all their games, and I was so hyped because I was like, Armor Core's on here. Oh, and then Little Nightmares and. We seen everything about to come out. I was like, dang, they showed Dragon Ball Zero on there and everything. That was
Sparking Zero.
There you go. Yeah. All that was on the list. We've seen their entire release, including Tekken 8, etc. So, so I think it's kind of up in the air because of some of that kind of messed up.
So since you
probably
our inside person, PK, when did GTA 6 coming? Like what month?
I don't know, but if
spill your secrets.
If it was me and I was one to release it, I would do it during the summer when there's nothing else coming out. The summer's always dry, so that would be the perfect time to release a small game like this.
Oh,
in my opinion.
speaking of small games, not trying to hijack, but what's the new IP Xbox is coming up? Southern Night, the one that's in the Bayou.
South of Midnight.
Game Pass?
Yes. Can we
South of
please talk
Midnight.
about that game?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me. And I, absolutely. So I just want to give my take. I do plan on playing Monster Hunter. I wasn't gonna do it, right? I was going to skip it, and I was gonna like, man, I'll just play this Dynasty Warriors, but Dynasty Warriors Origins is not Dynasty Warriors in my opinion. It's kind of weird, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play with my homies. I'm gonna get Monster Hunter. I went ahead and pre-ordered. So I pre-ordered the Monster Hunter, and we will be playing. And and since I know the beta is available, I'm gonna go ahead and install that tonight, so I can have that available to get busy on. The reason why it's kind of because playing Monster Hunter Rise with Funny, he had us getting
Hey,
killed
man,
by
I
strong
will
monsters.
tell that story on stream.
you forgot about me. You played Rise with me. You remember I was cooking in the battlefield.
Yeah, you was cooking.
Right.
Yep.
Right. No, get out so I can tell your story. All right, get it
No.
out. Get it out. I'm telling.
No.
No. You brought it up. It's done. It's done. Get it out. I want to tell your story.
I got this. I'm done.
All right. So let me set the stage. All right. It is a Saturday afternoon, and PK asked me to play Monster Hunter Rise. Like, sure, no problem. Like, we go into a hunt against, I think it was like some kind of Apex monster or something like that.
It wasn't Apex. It was the one before the Apex or something like that.
Right. Anyway, like we go into this hunt and PK spots some furry thing on the ground. He's like, "Oh, what does this do? Let me pick this up." Like, I guess we'll find that out later during the hunt. We find said monster. Monster hits me. Now, mind you, if you don't play Monster Hunter, I'm using a Lance. Lance has the highest defense properties in the game. This thing hit me for half my life bar through my shield. Clearly, we are undergeared, underleveled, and we need help. What does my boy over here does? He like, hey, let me use this little thing I got earlier. What does it do? It antagonizes the monster. The monster that nearly killed me while I was blocking.
It is now just really upset. Okay.
No.
It's worse.
It's worse. It follows you. Because now you have antagonized it. You said something about his mother and it took it personally, all right? So he runs away and he's like, let me Funny, do something. I'm looking at him like this National Lampoon skit. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm clearly can't do anything to this mother. Did we even wind up killing that thing?
Eventually, it took us like 2 hours.
Right. Because I was clearly tickling him while he was chasing you. Like,
I was running for my life, and then I went like literally had to do a full circle to try and get some hits in and keep going. No, I had to climb mountains, and it would climb the mountain too. It'll do stuff like that. It was crazy. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that. I didn't know it did.
So it doesn't rubber band back. It just follows you wherever you go. Oh,
right. The worst thing. And, I didn't know what it didn't have a description.
Right.
I didn't know what it did. Like what I was supposed to know.
Yeah, of course. He went like DD, like, ooh, what does this button do?
Yeah. So in this case, funny. He was the Gilligan, you were the skipper because he caused all the shit.
Yeah, clearly he was about sunk us both. You know?
The moral of the story is you have fun with your friends and have moments.
And don't go touching weird furry animals.
I wonder what this does.
Yeah. Cook meals too. Don't forget cooking meals.
And cooking meals, you're right.
Yeah. But my side is fire game though.
Yeah, it can be fun with your friends. It could be some funny experiences, that's for sure. So I do recommend.
Hey, Lemon.
What's up, Lemon in the chat? What was that? The game, the Microsoft game.
South of Midnight. South of
Midnight. You can pre-order that now. You can preload it.
It's on game.
Preload it.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah, it will be.
Can actually preload that right now, I believe. So
What that game about anyway? I didn't see no trailer.
From what I can tell, it's about like this young black what teenager. She's a teenager. She's like a young adult, one of them, and like somehow she's like going in like the Louisiana bayou and surrounded by these like look like some creatures that are like based off of like maybe like voodoo, hoodoo, I don't,
Yes,
I'm not.
it is based on it is based on Louisiana Bayou folklore.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, that's based on a true
Also,
story?
when I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Also, when I saw the behind the scenes for it, they did say that they took some part of like Louisiana voodoo and Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, yes, definitely gives some Alice in Wonderland vibes. Like, I just think it's great that like we're getting like a new IP and it looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? And like to all the people who have already written off this game, go touch grass. Like you beg Microsoft for like new IPs, fresh like ideas of games and stuff like that. They deliver it looks amazing, and you're already calling it woke. What are we doing here? Like, do you not want new stuff?
First of all, let's stop using this word that they don't know the meaning to.
Yeah, they don't know the
Exactly.
meaning.
Yeah,
They don't know the meaning to the word woke. It's a bit.
Or
Okay, I
the
see
other
what
one
you're
they
talking
throw
about.
out there for this is DEI because it's a female antagonist.
Yeah,
Go read some
Oh,
folklore,
that
you
do-
idiots. Okay, go read.
How about you just enjoy the game like
Yeah.
any other normal person and just relax?
Oh yeah, it do look like a Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I'm installing it.
Your camera's frozen. We're looking at your.
So it looks. With that
I
being
know.
said, funny. What excites you most about this game?
I mean, like you said, definitely like I don't like this. Look, the art style honestly is just the first thing that struck out to me. Like the kind of clay animation, stop motion animation. Like when have we saw that in a video game? Like as of late, you know what I'm saying? Like just the art style, like the premise of it, like exploring, like you said, like the voodoo. I'm sorry if I'm saying that
Voodoo.
wrong.
Yeah,
Voodoo, right? Yeah, the voodoo like aspect of it, because I'm all for like any kind of fantasy that's based off of like African American spiritualism or culture or anything like that. Anything what I'm saying like that I haven't seen before. That I'm not like because like we like different religions and fantasy settings have been done to death, but when do we get anything like that's based on like Louisiana culture and like their mythos, stuff that's surrounded that like that?
Oh yeah, Louisiana is the
Gotcha.
evil place where they do a lot of evil stuff. Right?
Relax. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not calling and labeling people evil on stream. We're not doing that.
All I know is I look at the video stuff on it. And I see her riding that big old catfish, and all I can think about is what did that smell like? Holy cow!
So Paul, are you interested in this game too?
Oh, absolutely, dude. It's a story game, man. I'm all about the story. I'm just for me personally, because I have to look at the accessibility that I'm seeing. Is I have to wonder about some of the traversal. Hopefully, I'll be able to play it. So. That's where I'm at.
I think it'll be fun. This game, just judging by it, and I am, the action. I play games that funny hate, like Ninja Gaiden. So, I don't think
you said it right, Gaiden. You said it. I didn't say it.
it's a good game.
Yeah.
But 4 won't have those camera problems, so it should be a little
right.
better.
Right, because who loves getting played whack-a-mole like in the back of your head by shurikens?
I don't have
on
that
camera?
problem. I don't have that problem, but I played the crap out of it.
Clearly, skill issue. Got you. Skill issue.
I mean, some people got it, and that's okay that you don't.
Right. Some people have like better camera angles, apparently.
Everybody got a role to play, funny.
Right.
Oh, I did.
Look,
I
we're
played
not
the Ninja Gaiden that hit Game Pass, man. Some of those camera angles suck ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not gonna hate on my game.
Right. Too much. Not too much.
Hey, it's not hating on it. It's honesty, man. Some of the camera angles it hits.
Listen, it's an
like,
old 360 game, but I think they did a great job using Unreal Engine 5 to improve the darn game.
Yeah,
trying to jump up that elevator shaft sucked. I mean, absolutely. That was awful, dude.
I like the Ninja Gaiden series. It's fun, especially very fun. That's why I'm excited for 4.
Yeah, 4 should be a lot better. using Unreal Engine 5 and better cameras. But you said you're excited for this one.
Yeah.
Um, and what excited you about this too, Paul? What drew you to this game
Like
outside
I
of
say,
being single?
it looks like a story driven. I love game, just like my music. I love games that tell stories. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my absolute favorite games. Always will be. I love the fact that
You
it
know, I
tells a
never played that game to this day.
you dude, you really should play that game.
I finally beat that
I
game.
just
Here,
it's
here.
it's not that I skipped it because it's just I guess I didn't have the time. But
And I will say the beginning, the first part going through the snow area, trying to get out to the main game, it's slow, it's slogging, but once you get past that part, it's great. The story is very engaging. You get to know Arthur very well, and by the end of the game, you're sad to see the way the game ends.
I'm not sure
Uh,
if it's going to be that big of a game though. Are you? I try to
no, this
understand
game,
that.
I think this game is $40.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you pay cash for it, it's
But
$40.
I mean, I'm saying the size of
So
the
that's what I'm
like.
saying too. I'm saying because I think because of that, it's probably gonna be I figure around maybe 40 hours, maybe. You know, sh-
Which is good.
yeah,
I mean, I'm okay with if it was 20 hours.
yeah, and it all depends on how much the difference between running straight through and doing a collect a shit, quest.
Oh,
You know,
I'm a completionist, so I don't just
yeah.
do that. Um,
So
I
I don't
I
think we've
I
seen anybody say what their actual runtime is at this yet, but.
I'm at
uh,
124 hours on Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
Yeah, but
So
I'm like you. I'm more of I'll collect what I can. I'm not just gonna go boom, 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 because especially if it's skill based, I will pre-level up before I hit some of the higher level stuff because it makes it easier for me to play the game. You know.
well, I like exploring, so I
Well,
got a curious mind, and I just
oh,
hey,
if you ever watch my streams, whenever I'm in a game, man, it's like, well, let's go look over here to see if there's something over here. Let's go look over here to see if there's something over here. Where that gets you is when you think you're exploring, and all of a sudden you walk into where the boss is. You're like, shit, this is not what I had in mind. When you accidentally go the way you're supposed to. I'm saying,
I feel that. Pinks, what about you? You down for this game?
Eh,
Eh,
yes, yes.
I was gonna say you gonna start.
I I love the graphics. It's beautiful. The story seems very interesting. I love that they're using African American spirituality, all the elements. I see myself playing this game. Yes.
Nice. And Rump said he gonna play it too, right?
Oh yeah, you already know. That's my type of game. You know it.
Oh yeah. So I would just say I am also excited, and shout out to Yogi. Yeah, I would think 8 to 25 sounds reasonable, and it's still.
yeah,
I know it sounds weird because I have Game Pass, but I do still like purchasing these titles for my collection.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, uh, Psychonauts 2, amazing game. Loved the crap out of the game. Still bought it. Still bought most of these games. I don't care if it's Hi-Fi Rush. I don't care what it is. I still get it for my collection, even if I have Game Pass, just because such a great title, and I just enjoy the crap out of it. And I see this one being one of those. I do like single player story driven
Mm-hmm.
games, but same things that attracted you all is the same things that attracted me to it as well. And it's the mystery behind it as well that also attracts me to it because I don't even understand what's going on, which is good, right? I'm gonna just put it out here. Um, the Yeah, I wish it was a collector's edition too. Um, I would say there was a game that a lot of people overlooked that I super like. I felt like this game was beyond its time, and a lot of people kind of, was it Hellblade 2? And the reason why I like this game because it didn't feel like I was playing a game. There was no UI and none of that stuff. And you had to play it with a headset, and it was like you were experiencing it. You
yeah.
wasn't playing the game, and that's what drew me in. I was like, man, I was so blown away. And this is not a game that I was drawn to. I just played it because it was on Game Pass, and honestly, phenomenal work by the team who made this an experience. And talk about immersion, right? So I'm not I never I would say for me when I play games, I never really talk about immersion as much because I don't always feel that way. But when I played uh, that game, and the reason I'm bringing this up because games like this, I believe they put a lot of work in the details that a lot of people kind of skim over, and it's almost like game gamers. And I'm not crapping on the one, but I think people need to slow down and enjoy what's in front of you because you're missing things. Um, and in these single player storytelling games, they put a lot of work into trying to carry you through a narrative with a lot of background things that you may or may not catch if you're just trying to rush to beat it and say I beat it.
Yeah.
Um, if you're just gonna do that, you might as well just go back to your Apex, your Fortnites, and things like that. But
And like you, I'm really big on sound design, especially for games like that game.
that
Sound,
was it. God, that
when they
Hellblade too.
when they Hellblade and when any game where they tell you this game is better played in a headset, you better put on a headset and
That
throw on that Dolby Atmos or whichever form you have to give you that whole holy
That
crap.
reminds me. I need to go finish Hellblade.
that game is crazy, man. I was
Yeah.
just like, whoa. And that doesn't feel like I'm playing the game. I feel like I'm experiencing it. Like I feel whatever she's got going on.
Yeah.
Shit,
And I
I
almost
feel
feel
that.
creeped out because
Mm.
it feels like I'm her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain. It's kind of hard to articulate
Well, the
that.
way
But
they did the audio design was incredible because the
yes.
voices were coming from everywhere and just
So
whispers coming at you. And, it's like,
right. And looking at this game, I think it has a similar quality.
Yeah.
Just looking at it from the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but we don't have a press copy yet, but I think that it will deliver on
Yep.
because they kind of held back on, like, they didn't push it out. I thought it was going to come out last year, but they actually took their time on this release. Well, so I think it's a good thing. It's coming out in April. I think it releases April.
Yeah, April the
Yeah.
8th. April
Yeah.
the 8th.
That's a pretty good time. That's a pretty good time. Spring, right before the summers. Like I said, around summertime, it's kind of dry. You don't really have too many big releases. It's usually in the fall when you have the juggernauts come out. So it's a good time to come out with smaller games so you can get those sales out the door and get people's attention. And I do encourage everyone to give it a shot, whether you have Xbox or Game Pass or on PC. Definitely give this a shot. Even if you're on PlayStation, just get Game Pass and just try it out. Let's be honest. I'm not pocket watching, but we're gamers and consumers come first, not
True
corporations. So
gamers, please say true. Gonna be some fake gamers out there.
you're right. True
What's
gamers.
what's a fake gamer?
Somebody who likes to podcast and don't play games, but talk about games.
Thank
And they know who they are. I ain't
We,
calling
we
them
ain't
out.
naming names, but we know who they are too.
So we're not going to do that. So I think we have held this young lady long enough, and I think we should wrap up the show. I think we had a good time. We had some good
Oh yeah.
conversations and everything. So what I like to do is close out, and I want to start a special guest. And if you don't mind telling the people out there who's watched this now, watch this later, where can they find you?
First and foremost, I want to thank you, PK, for bringing me on the show. You guys are a hoot. You guys are a hoot. I had a fantastic time. You can reach me on Instagram at YMVS underscore Pinky Tuscadero. That is PINKIE TUSCADERO. You can also catch me on Twitch under Pink's PINX Tuscadero. I do a lot of music. I DJ on there. So if you like good music and if you like records, because I collect records, you can just stop by, check out the show.
And for those who are dyslexic like me, we will ensure that her connections are in the description sometime after the show. So don't worry, we'll make sure that it is down there so you can definitely follow her.
Yo, be quiet.
Because that was too many words. That was a long sentence.
No, it wasn't. It's just it's hard to catch sometimes. But we'll make sure that you guys follow her. So we're gonna get to the job turkeys. So the job turkeys, we're gonna start with Rump. So just tell Rump, say bye everybody, and tell them about what you're gonna play next.
Oh, okay. Well, bye, y'all, because my phone finna die anyway. I am gonna play Marvel
Jesus Christ.
Rivals.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
You want people to come play with you on Marvel Rivals?
If they good, I don't got time for I
Well, then
can't.
it won't be me. It won't be me then.
I gotta
Okay.
have
Well, if
good play. But it
you
gonna be
want
fun.
them, you want them to
I'm not
gamer tag,
volunteers tribute.
give your gamer tag so they can come.
Yeah. Oh, it's a retro rump. It's from my brother, by the way.
A retro rump, so an old ass is what you basically just.
So I probably change my gamer tag to funny, like supposed to be.
I did not sign up on that, but continue.
Okay. Oh, I already
You use
closed
that
out.
retro
Right.
rump.
We'll go to
Retro rump.
we go to the god of the funnies. Go ahead, funny. Go ahead. Close out.
It's been fun talking to you guys. This has been a great experience. Me personally, I probably just want to chill out till the beta comes out at 10 o'clock. But yeah, that's out. That's out for me. All for me.
All right, and to our celebrity in chief, Paul. This is our home panel member. Go ahead, Paul. Tell them all of everything they can look for you on, except for on
not as
Drake's
bad as it used to
Instagram.
be. So, but first, let me say that I'm probably one of the only older people here that know where Pinky Tuscadero came from because I watched the original run of Happy Days. Okay.
Yes.
So,
And you know what? I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I earned that name. That name was earned because I was living in the Bronx at the time. I love pink. I wear a lot of pink. My house got a whole bunch of shit in it. So I was going somewhere. I was wearing a pink outfit, and the corner boys saw me, and they were like, "Oh, there goes Pinky Tuscadero." I just took that and ran with it.
there you go. But yeah, that is a Happy Days thing. If those of you who've never watched Happy Days, there was a singer on there she actually was a real singer, and they had her on there as Pinky Tuscadero.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I remember Happy
Yeah.
Days. I knew it was time to go to sleep when that came on.
Hey, thank you, Paul, for always giving us the history lesson here. So,
You like that? So anyway, since he seems to be in a hurry because apparently he has
no,
to go to the
I'm not in
bathroom
a
or
hurry,
something.
but I just thought it's funny that
Yeah.
somehow you always know the history, as if
Well,
you
Well, because I got a
lived
lot of
the
pop
entire
culture.
history.
I did. I got a lot of pop culture stuff going up in here, man. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter, Cerebral Paul 1, Twitch at Cerebral Paul. You can find me on Xbox at Cerebral Paul 921 for those of you who think that I should try out Monster Hunter, whatever this new one is called. It's not Rise, right? It's one of the other ones, Monster Hunter World.
Right, Wise.
Wilds, yeah. And then you can find me, of course, I'm here every Thursday, plus any interviews that Carlo and I do. Plus, then you can find me. Hopefully, we're going to start up the wrestling podcast again on Mondays soon. If not, I may start doing stuff on my own channel because I like talking wrestling and I don't get to do that now. Let's see. And then you can find me on with the Retro Renegades on Tuesdays. I am an editor for also for the Lords of Gaming, which is part of the Iron Lords podcast group. And I also do some articles for our website as well. I think I pretty much and Wasted with Wise on Friday because if I forget that he gets mad, So and Rump's doing the dishes. If anybody has anything, get it over to Rump. He'll wash it for you.
Oh, how you know I'm doing that?
Because I can hear the clatter.
Oh,
So we're going to. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up before it gets too bad on Rump's camera. So thank you for everybody coming out. This is PK. I appreciate everyone that showed up, and I thank you for our guests. And definitely had a good time, a good conversation. I definitely look forward to hopping on this beta this weekend, and you definitely can find me on 4GQ2P. And yes, we do have some projects coming up and some potential pretty superstar interviews. Look forward to that. So definitely stay tuned. We're gonna keep this energy moving. And
real quick though, before we end, anybody listening, if you happen to be in the Orlando area for Orlando MegaCon this weekend, Carlo is out there. So that's why he's not with us tonight, actually, because he's at the convention. So.
Paul, you ain't supposed to tell people why he on locale. He ain't supposed people.
Well, no, they supposed to. People supposed to know if we're out there, man. So they,
I know. We
so
can
they
say
can
we
network.
out
So
there,
they
but
can network.
You know how it is, Italians. You can't be You know what I mean? So you Italian.
Ah,
You know.
yeah, he too old
Right.
and slow to do anything about it though, so he's okay. It's
I'm just. But yeah, so yeah, shout out for GKTV is at MegaCon. We will be at San Diego Comic Con and look to be at PAX East. We will continue this energy and bring you all of the goodies. So thank everybody coming through, and we will see you next time. See ya.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah.